What's happening, family? It's your man, Nazar, the AI.
Hot. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll be playing the Nuggets in Denver. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Anunoby. Buddy Hield is out there with Harden. And it's Kleba in at center. And for the Force, Mohamed Bamba is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Conley. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And it's the Clippers with the ball after the basket by Pittsburgh on the other end. 6 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. Nailed from three-point land. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see them eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. Anunoby passes to Harden. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Bean passes to Drummond. That one goes in.
I mean, a great decision by Zach LaVine. Could have forced one up, but he's trying to keep his teammates involved.
Now, here is Harden. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
Now here is Conley. Harden missing his last shot. Here's the pass to Ilyasova. Bean passes to Drummond. Over Hield. That's tipped. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Hield. Here's Kleba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Anaheim shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Force have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. Asked about their focus coming in, he said they've always spent time watching tape of Mike Conley, who remains one of the more underappreciated players in the league. Kevin, when he gets going, they continue to be a handful.
Thank you, David. Now Harden, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got 6 points.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Pittsburgh shooting their first free throw of the game.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
Here's Conley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Here's Boucher. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Harden. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Bean passes to Ilyasova. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ilyasova. Now Harden. from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Small.
James Harden getting it done for Anaheim. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And
he's one of my favorite players growing up.
and you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Peyton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Anaheim, guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
We've got Conley. Andre Drummond is out there with Bamba. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Levine in at the shooting guard position. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, I've got Buddy Hield. He's out there with Harden. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. Clock at 6. Anaheim needs to get off a shot here. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. So Pittsburgh will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Reason why, that opens up driving lanes, makes it dangerous for teams to W in the post. The offense becomes more dynamic.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
Conley scanning the floor. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Harden against Conley. Harden left side. Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Boucher. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. Shot clock at 5. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
And how about Anunoby using all that momentum to finish past the defense? Refused to be denied.
Conley kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Drummond. The kick out to Ilyasova. Conley against Harden. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anaheim leading by 8. Pass to Kleba. He dishes it to Harden. Let's go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Levine passes to Drummond. Over in the corner, Conley. From deep. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Ilyasova dishes to Conley. He kicks it to Bamba. Outside, Levine. Over Hield. And it comes off the front of the rim. Here's Anaheim. They're on a 10-1 run. Kicks it out to Harden. Hield outside. From downtown, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner and loves pulling the trigger from deep.
Hield against Levine. Outside Conley. Pulls up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Checking out Anaheim. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's Anaheim with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Andre Drummond is out there with Mohamed Bamba. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Conley. And it's Ilyasova in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
Chalk up 2 there. That's 7 points for Mike Conley.
Smooth off the fingertip. Mike Conley floating it in beautifully.
Harden up top. He's got 10. Up top, Hield. Guarded by LaVine. Hield with the bucket.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Pittsburgh trails by 15. Conley kicks to Ilyasova. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Pass to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. James Harden with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
A second chance effort. Another miss by Conley. Clippers leading by 15.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Here's Boucher, defended by Drummond.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Pittsburgh. 17-point game. LaVine looking around, and the dunk by Bamba.
Beautiful find by LaVine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Anaheim has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
And it's Anaheim with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. The feed to Harden. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Harden outside. Off target with his 3.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Outside Conley. Four on the clock. The Clippers grab the miss. Boucher's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. He was all alone on that one. Anunoby's got 9.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Levine can't hit.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
The three from Harden. Good on the triple. He's got 13.
And you talk about the best ball handlers in the league. Don't forget about James Harden.
And it's Anaheim with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Anaheim, Hield is out there with Harden, and it's Anunoby in at the three. Levine against Hield. The pass to Boucher. Harden against Conley. It's Harden with the drive.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7. The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Levine against Hield. Pass to Anunoby. Harden outside. The three ball. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Outside Conley. Picked him clean. Harden with it. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's tipped. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Harden, and it's blocked. Outside Conley, and the jam by Levine. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Here's Drummond. That one doesn't drop. Anaheim goes the other way with it. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Hield, and it's sent back by Drummond. In transition, here comes Pittsburgh. Here's Conley. That one good for 2. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Harden against Conley. Now, here is Harden. Defense right on him. And that one, good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Anaheim.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Last season, Mike Conley became the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points scored. He was already first in assists, steals, and three-pointers.
So Pittsburgh going with almost an entire new group here. Zizic has checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Mohamed Bamba. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And Porter subbed in for Zach LaVine.
He's an ultra-quick lefty with a great feel for how to run a team. Mike Conley is a tremendous asset for this franchise.
Rubio outside. Here's Chris, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And that's going to be a foul on Pittsburgh, and he knocks down the first one.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And here's Lin. He'll bring it up for the Force. Trailing by 17. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kuzma hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
And here's Rubio. So it's Anaheim picking up the win. And in the win. Thank you, David. Great.